Good morning, everybody. We are here at the Panama Canal. We're on the Atlantic side. That is the Atlantic Bridge right there. We got our cool little tugboat. That's our pilot ship that's taking us over there. Get us ready. I think we have. We should be there in a few more minutes, and then about 6:30 in the morning, we should be at our first lock. So super excited. This is the Atlantic Bridge. Take you with us, and I'm super excited that you're here with us. Hope you enjoy. As you see, it's getting a little bit brighter. The day's about to be 6:30 in about 2 more minutes. The Atlantic Bridge right behind me. You see I've changed from my Batman shirt to my normal shirt because we're about to go over to the bow of the ship and get a better view. You see the lock, the very first lock kind of right behind me. It looks like there's already one ship already over there. Honestly, I think that's the other Holland America ship that had beat us here. From here, it looks like that. And then I have my little paper, my little guide of everything. It looks like that little first lock is the Agua Clara locks and Visitor Center. And there's a couple locks, so we'll take you to each one that we can, because it's going to be a long day going through this Panama Canal to get to the Pacific side. So super excited. Once we get into the locks, there's like only very little room between the walls on both sides and the ship. So very tight spots. There's little motorized carts that we hook up to, and they help us go through the locks. And we do have, I believe, a pilot that goes from. They've already jumped in from the boat down here that's attached now. They've already joined the ship. They jumped off that boat, jumped onto this boat, and they're up there with the captain helping navigate through the Panama Canal. So, yeah, getting closer. So let's head over to the bow and see some of them good shots. Over at the bow of the ship, it's not too crowded right now. I'm surprised. But I think it's because up there at the crow's nests up there where the glass is up there, they, well actually, is that it? Oh, yep, that's it. That's where Ian, our travel and cruise director, is up there giving narration up there. So it's kind of indoors, but there's glass everywhere, so you can see right out those windows. But we, right here, we got they call them Panama donuts or something like that. So we got that. Let's see what that tastes like. Oh, that's good. It had some kind of, I don't know, but there's something inside there. Apricot, orange flavor, I'm not sure. Pretty good. But it really does look like that's the Holland America ship, the Volendam. I think it's ahead of us. But absolutely beautiful here. Beautiful, beautiful. The water is gorgeous. Yep. So looks like they're heading into that tight space, and we'll be after them. Getting a little closer to the locks. You can see the like 3 little levels right there. One ship's already on the second lock. I can't tell. Maybe the first lock. This one just finished coming back, so they've made it from the Pacific over here to the Atlantic side. And look at that, and that's so cool. And I don't know if you can see from that ship right there how kind of tight it is going through, but it's already up in the air with the water locks. Welcome to the Atlantic. Still not that crowded through here. They're serving little snacks, the little Panama donut things over there, some juice and water. You can see the sign right there. It says Grand World Voyage 2023. Some people up there on the viewing deck up there. It's such a beautiful day. No rain so far, so it's been absolutely beautiful here. You see the train is still, the little tram is still with us, slowing down. The other cruise ship is 2 locks ahead of us, looks like. And gates are open for us, so we're gonna enter this canal right here, this little lock. And look how calm the water is. Amazing. Massive, massive gates to hold this stuff together. Absolutely beautiful. And they said it's about, it can take you up to about 100 feet above sea level from Caribbean water to the Guantan Lake water, so that's pretty cool. Another little viewing area, 2 more of the little indentions right there, little circular indentions with hooks, I guess to put lines in for whatever. But look how huge those gates are. Massive, massive. And there's a sign on the building, Gatun. So we're pretty much in Gatun waters. Here we are, filling ourselves up. Got the first whole indention filled up already again. It's like the last one. Second one, we're almost getting up. You can literally see, if you see kind of where we are right here, how we're going up, 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 up to match up there. We have one more lock right there, and then the lake looks like it's right after that. Pretty cool how they do all this. And it goes so fast. I want to know how much water, I need to Google it or ask somebody how much water it takes to fill this entire thing up from below up all the way to bring this entire massive ship, or any of these massive ships, up in the air like this. As you see the second to the last gate opening, and we're gonna be going through in a minute. You can see Lake Gatun, something like that, not really sure. You can see that in the distance, and you can see the Volendam, Holland American ship way out there in the lake, way ahead of us. As we get to the very last part, it does look like there's maybe 2 doorways. There's one right there and then one right behind it, or some kind of like fenced area. It's 2 sections to this last part. Very interesting. And then it's smooth sailing right through out. And then the little tram thing will go here. At the end, it'll turn around and come down the middle, so it could go to the very end and pick up another boat. We made it through the first locking system. Here we're entering the Guantan Lake right behind me, and it looks magnificent. We still do have a few feet right here, but we're done with the locks. We just have to go straight, and there's already a tugboat already out there, our pilot boat, and yeah, there's the last of the little train heading to the tip, heading down to the end, and then they'll unlatch, and then we could be on our own. And I believe we'll go straight and then to the left, following the Volendam cruise ship. There's going to be a couple more locks before we finally head into the Pacific Ocean. So it's an all-day event for us. I'll take you to the other locks. We'll see different views. We'll see some of the lakes and stuff. And hope you guys are enjoying. Welcome to the Panama Canal. I did see a lecture a couple days ago, I think it was 2 days ago, on board also about the Panama Canal, preparing us for this. So lots of information, super cool. So it's just beautiful, just relaxing here on the cabin deck and just enjoying this beautiful scenery, which is just breathtaking. Now you see there's a little building right over there with a radio tower. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm guessing that's the Barrow, Colorado Island. where they have the Smithsonian Tropical Research Institute. Google search to see where on the maps I'm at, and it is the island where the research center is. So I was right, that was pure guess. This is the only building I saw, but per the map, I'll show you a picture real quick right now. We are right next to the institute right there. We're back on the front of the ship, and as you see right behind me is the little small town of Gamboa, I think is how you say it, and a little port town, I guess. Oh, got distracted again, can't help it. Too many cool things to see and show, but there's a prison right there. Old-timey prison. I can't tell if it's still in use or not, but they just did over the overhead speaker, because they're still doing the announcements of everything you see, you know, wildlife, whatnot. They're still doing that up in the crow's nest so far all morning long. But they said, yeah, there's a prison right there. And I think I see somebody up in the guard tower, so maybe it still is active. He didn't say overhead, but they just passed around some cold wash rags, which is super nice because, whoo, I should have put some sunblock on. Of course I didn't. It was a little overcast just a few minutes ago, and now it's all gone. Now it's pure sun, and these little cold wash rags are helping so much cool me down. And of course my little neck fan, we have two of them, one for me and one for Christy, inside the room, fully charged, but I don't know if I want to walk all the way back to the room and then come back out here, but yeah, probably should have brought the sunblock. I'm probably gonna be burnt by the time I get out of here, but it is, okay, it's just amazing. Panama Canal, baby. Right now we're in the Culebra Cut, and yeah, I mean, it looks stunning as everything so far on this area, this trip, this whole day. Beautiful vegetation, trees, the sky is beautiful. It did drizzle for like, I think 10 seconds and then it went away back to sun. So I got my cold washcloth on my neck. I just picked up some ice cold lemonade, so oh my goodness, that's such a need. So that was great. Yeah, we're on the cut right now, and this is what it looks like. And then in a little while, I don't know how long it takes, I have to figure out that, but next stop is the Centennial Bridge, opened around 2004, I think. It's supposed to have, I think they said something about to lessen the traffic on the Bridge of Americas, which is the last bridge before we hit the Pacific. And I guess it eventually replaced the Bridge of Americas as the carrier of the Pan American Highway. So Centennial Bridge is the next location after we get through this cut area. I don't know if you can see behind me, but there's the Centennial Bridge just right there with a big cargo ship going right underneath it right now. So we're really close to it. And then over here, a little sailboat right there. Isn't that cool? And so not only are these big container boats, cruise ships that come through the Panama Canal, but they also have small boats. So anything could, I guess, can come through the Panama Canal. You still have to go through all the channels and stuff. I'm not sure if they take the sailboats and small boats, maybe two at a time. I'm not sure, to save time and everything. But yeah, there is a boat over here, so obviously they made it through just like we did. We are this much closer to the Centennial Bridge right behind me. It's refreshing right now. It comes and goes as super hot with the sun blaring, burning your skin, but beautiful, but super hot. And then you have moments like this where it's a little overcast, so it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But yeah, there we are, we're almost there. And then after that, maybe 15-20 minutes after that, supposedly we're at the second set of locks for the day. All right, I'll catch you when we get closer to the bridge. Officially under the Centennial Bridge. Officially say it. Still in the Panama Canal though. Where the bowling dam is right now, that is the next set of locks. So they're actually waiting their turn to go into the locks, and then we'll be next after them. That's why we still have these boats next to us. And in the background where those skyscrapers are, he said that's Panama City. I'm glad you guys get to enjoy this with me and get to see some of these sights. and hopefully you get to come here sometime. And there are you don't only have to do a world cruise to go through the Panama Canal. There's multiple cruises that come through the Panama Canal. Some only do half the Panama Canal. You can do Holland America, like a 14-day trip from Florida back to Florida. You do some Caribbean, you do the Panama Canal about halfway through the lake, and then turn around, and then you come back to the Atlantic Ocean. So you don't go all the way through, but at least you go halfway, so you can say you saw some of the Panama Canal, and you had to see what the locking system was like. So, you know, if you can't do the whole thing, you can do half of it. So, super, so many types of options. But so far, this is amazing. So I'm probably gonna head back to, since we know what it looks like, I'm gonna head back to the room so I can see how close we actually get to the wall. Because here I can't see because of this big thing, and they don't like us leaning over, obviously. So, but from the room I can see perfectly straight down. So I should be able to see how close. They said maybe a foot or whatever. Not much space between the boat and the wall. So they do precision navigating through here with these workers, which is, they do such a phenomenal job. Lots of training, education. They do a great job, thankfully, for everybody. So let's head back to the room, get to the balcony, and see what we can see from there. As you see, we're entering our second set of locks for the day. This is the Pedro Miguel locks. And then this, I think they said, will bring us down about 30.5 feet down to Miraflores Lake. And then sometime after that, we'll do Miraflores locks, and then one final lock, and then the Bridge of Americas, and then the Pacific Ocean. So super exciting so far. We have to wait our turn. But this is my view from the balcony. So if you're gonna do the Panama Canal, it'd be kind of worth it to maybe upgrade to a balcony. You can still go up to the top deck, back of the ship, front of the ship, whatever, and still see everything. But this is just more convenient. It does look like the container ships seem to go way. The big container ships seem to be going way back that way. So I'm wondering if there must be some other locking system for those bigger ships. There we are, entering the canal, the locking system. And look, here comes the fancy, it says yacht on it, but sailboat, yacht, whatever. That's going to be doing the Panama Canal locks also. Isn't that cool? But it does look like there's the Bowling Dam, and it looks like they've already lowered. Their whole ship's already lowered. I don't know if you can see it, but all water, 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 and then they get past these two little gates, and they've already 30.5 feet. And then way in the background, you can see the neck. We'll have this little bit of lake, the Miraflores lake, and then there's another locking system right after that. So not too far between this lock and the next lock. I mean, and overall it's not that far too, because we can see Panama City way in the background with all the skyscrapers. And we can see all the smiling faces on our partnership right there that's going to do their grand voyage. Look at that. And you can also see how much water. I said 30.5 feet is what I thought it said on the paperwork, but that looks pretty darn deep. That doesn't look like 30 feet. That looks like a lot more than 30 feet. I could be wrong, but you can tell the difference between all this flat water and then the water way down there. So you see how we're still high up compared to the ship over there that's already down, waiting for the next gate to open so they could go on out. Right now we're just kind of cruising very slowly because the other ship hasn't actually gone into the locks yet, so we don't want to get too close. But I just want to show you, if you can look right back here, the cool, let's say, jungle, the Panamanian wilderness, how beautiful it is. Has the little fog coming in over the mountains right there. I'm sure that's bringing rain with it, because right now I have a little bit of drops here and there falling right now. But so far we've been lucky this whole day with the rain. This has been perfect. Well, I said it, and it came true. It's starting to rain, even though it feels terrific with that breeze and that little bit of rain. They say it's supposed to be like liquid sunshine. I have to say, perfect timing to leave the front of the ship.
They warned us. They got everybody off, got all the things put away where they were serving drinks and stuff, knowing that you could see it coming from the from the rainforest, from the jungle, whatever you want to call it. You could see the rain coming toward us. So we all got out of there pretty quick. Now it's just tropical beauty right now. And tropical beauty, you got our boat right there. I don't know if you can see the wind coming from the front of the boat, coming this way really hard, and all the water. It is pouring. No drizzle. It is pouring. But otherwise, it's still awesome. What an amazing experience. Rain, sun, whatever. This is amazing. Now we still have our boat right there, of course, making sure we get through safely. And I'm curious. He's coming closer to the boat right now because we have these things right there. I'm not sure what they are. Orange and white. I'm sure they're markers of some sort. But they have them here. They're kind of all the way down. And on the inside toward us would be the green markers saying stay in this lane. Oh, there he goes. And he bumped into us. The pouring rain has calmed down. It's just drizzling right now, so not too bad. We are at our next locking system. And I don't know if you can see way in the background is the Bridge of the Americas, right way down there. So we're almost there. We're almost to the Pacific Ocean. So we've almost crossed the entire way. It's going to take a while. It's not like, even though it's close and it's just right over there. It's going to take us probably another, I don't know, an hour or so. I don't know if you can see it, but they've already lowered, of course. Our water is almost to the top over here, straight ahead. It's almost to the top. And then over here, lowered. All the engineering that took miles and miles to get everybody across the Panama Canal. We made it here to the Miraflores Visitor Center and locks. You can see the Bolin Dam again, just a little step ahead of us. They've already lowered, so they're going to be going out shortly. I hear the bells going off right now as we get closer to our front gate. And then we have another step, and then we're free. So I thought there was one more lock in there. It is a Cocoli lock, I believe it's called. I thought we were going through it, but no, it's actually one. I think that's right over there on the other side, the one side that had all the container ships, the big ships. That's the Cocoli lock. So we're not going through there. So this is the third and final locking system that we're doing before we hit the Pacific, because the Cocoli lock is over there where that big ship is, the big container ship. So yep, this is it. And as you can see, I guess everybody likes to see the ships going by. Because over there you got that building. And since we're so close to the Panama City, Panama, which is out there with the skyscrapers are right down there. I don't know, people take tours and stuff like that. I believe you can take tours and they teach you about the locks and all that stuff. But you have this whole building full of people on the first floor, second floor, a couple on the third and fourth, all just watching all the ships go through the Panama Canal, through the locking system, which is really cool. So yeah, some people are already waving to us. Really cool. Yeah, this is the very last locking system on this journey. And then we got the Bridge of Americas down there, and then Pacific Ocean. That's just super amazing to see so many people. I said tourists and locals all come out here, pile up in these buildings. I mean, there's like more than 100, I would assume. It looks super crowded on the different levels of people. Just, I mean, the crowds all the way from the front, all the way. I mean, like all the way back. It's like arm to arm, like super tight, all just to see these ships go through, which is an amazing thing. So cool. And there also you can see some of the people on that ship waving everybody goodbye. officially to the Pacific Ocean. A long day, 9 to 10 hours. Already lost track of time now. But we have officially landed in the Pacific Ocean on the other side of the Americas. Started at 6 a.m. our journey through the Atlantic, the Panama Canal, through all the locks. It was an amazing time. And thankfully I ate breakfast because I've been wandering and taking pictures and looking around the entire day, and I am starving. And thanks guys so much for hanging in with me this entire journey through the Panama Canal. Hope you enjoyed it. And next time you see me, we will be in Panama officially on land.